Okay, hello again everyone. Slightly more fortunate day on the IT side of things. Now I think what we need to do is actually go back to the incinerator and look at a few holo recordings. My computer is now back in business. So let's find out.
I'm just borrowing it. I have to attach something. I'll return it later.
Hey, Fry, are you okay? What happened? Where's Brown?
That's a damn good question. I think the answer is everywhere. Wizard of Oz mission. Don't get me started. More like Baba Yaga the Witch.
What are you talking about?
She just showed up, man. At least I think it was a woman.
Watch your tone when you're talking to me. What happened then?
She made him disappear. He was gone. I saw her stand on a cliff. A woman in a spacesuit. Kenneth approached her and she looked at him. Boom! One gesture of her hand and he was gone.
What do you mean, gone?
Gone as in turned to dust.
Are you drunk? Did this woman not see you?
No, I was hidden behind a hill. Then she started turning towards me. I jumped into the rover and drove off. I got beat up pretty bad, but I didn't care.
And you want me to believe this hogwash?
Yes, I know what I saw. I maybe don't know who it is, but that woman was wearing one of our suits.
Right. You're going to medical. Right now. Have them check out your head.
Okay, well that was an important recording, but not the one I had in mind. Curious how they mentioned Baba Yaga. If I'm not completely off my mythology here, that is Slavic mythology, right? That is to say, Eastern Europe, Russia. I know we don't have a Baba Yaga in Norse mythology, that's for sure. Well, anyway, it's not really important. It's well, anyway, they're throwing around the idea that something supernatural is going on. Stick a pin in that, and let's focus on the rover.
And can you do it?
No idea. I can't find the problem. The power cells are empty, and I'm not going to drag them into the sun to charge them up.
The solar module has been wonky for a while now.
We're just going to have to make do with the other rover.
Keep trying. You have 2 hours. Otherwise, we'll take the other rover and set off in that.
Okay. Now we are cooking, but that is still not the recording we need to see. So where's the last one then?
Any ideas? Because I'm stumped.
Nope, the solar module is broken, and we don't have a replacement. And the cables don't fit the hydrogen systems because nobody's able to decide on a standard for them yet. You know, the emergency generator by the drilling hole has a battery that it charges while it's running. That one might fit.
Mark would kill you.
Yeah, it would only last a couple of hours, but if they ever pick the rover up, well, at least they wouldn't have to push it.
I'll keep it in mind.
That might have been the one. Let's see if the rover lets us do anything more now.
Someone removed the battery. It was probably broken and needs to be replaced.
No,
Yeah,
you
I
need
think
a
we saw that before, right?
Would you like the distance and...
Fine, I get it. Well then, let's look for... The axle mounting is broken.
Okay. We've done what we needed to do there, it seems, so that is good. So now we go to the drilling room. Oh, sorry. There's a bunch of stuff lying on my desktop. Anyway. Yeah, there's a corrupt recording here
Hey,
as well.
Mark, it's just like you said. The output is getting lower, and the impurities are getting stronger.
Shoot. Alright, thanks. The transport ship has already made contact and will be here soon. Please discuss with Anthony how we might extract the Gafinium. There must be a way.
Understood.
Okay, maybe these are
What
not
is this
important.
mess? What happened up there?
That's just it, Mark. Like I said, everything's changed. And we're not just talking about moving around a chair or painting the walls. The console was moved to the other side. The corner was intact, and
Who did this?
I don't know who she is, but it's got to be the one Fry told me about. She never even touched this stuff.
Or, you know, maybe... Oh, wait, no, actually, No. Yeah, well, that probably would count as a spoiler. I'll just say nothing. For now. Or, well, you can re-examine your understanding of the events that we have seen once we get to that point in the game, where we find out more about it. Anyway, we have a battery here, and if you remember me trying to get a trophy at the research lab before, it was actually here, now that I've, read up on it. So, let's see if I am
This has to be the
quick
compartment
enough for
the
this.
mechanic was talking about.
All right, I guess all the cables...
Ah. Okay, no. I was not quick enough, I'm pretty sure.
And there it is.
Now let's try that one more time. And I'll just put all this stuff somewhere away from my mouse so I can move it freely. How about that? Okay, I promise, just one more try and then we continue. Okay, just holding that for
This
support
has to
in
be
case.
the compartment the mechanic was talking about.
All right, I guess...
Hey! I have fast fingers.
And there it is.
Okay. So now we come to the complicated part, it seems. Okay. So we can do this in two ways, apparently. So there are two trophies associated with this activity. Yeah, so we are now going to get the axle mounting. To do that, we can either use the already broken axle mounting, recycle that, or we could find a bunch of other, bits of metal and things, and yeah. I've actually done neither, to be perfectly honest. I've just skipped the minigame altogether. So again, I'm going to save the game here. And first, let us
A 3D printer that can print metallic objects.
do the easy solution first.
But there's no material in it.
This controls the 3D printer and
Yeah, come on.
What a strange part for a machine.
Okay,
A
that's
simple
not a reference.
sphere. But the printer wants a metal called orichalcum. 3 oval stones with engravings of letters and stars. One of them even shows a chicken's head.
Yeah, that's a reference to something. Not quite sure what though. Could it be Hobbs' barrel?
What a strange part for a What a strange part. It's...
Oh yeah, that was Murray.
This could be some kind of lever. It says Flugeldoofel on it.
Your guess is as good as mine. This is the one we need though.
Here, that's the axle mounting serial number. I'll save it to my favorites. So it says here that we need at least 500 grams of rainy metal, an alloy. The object itself is only about 440 grams, but the printer needs more material for the process to support the model. That's why we need 500 grams. Where can we get rainy metal?
Rainy metal is mostly made up of gophinium, so it is a relatively new substance. Due to its high stability and lightweight, it is mostly used to make vehicles. Gophinium was only discovered a few decades ago. Following this discovery, facilities like this one were constructed everywhere to obtain it. You will not be able to find it in the machines or walls here, but it was being mined here, so there must be some of it somewhere. Majalt is also a rare metal, but it has been known for much longer. It used to be used in all kinds of things, but ever since they found out it made a profitable alloy with gophinium, it has become incredibly valuable.
So we need pure Majalt and gophinium.
I registered Majalt before. The screws in the workbench down there are made from Majalt.
Good to know.
Confirmed. Majalt screws. That means you already have some with you.
Excellent. Now all I need is gophinium. Calibrate your environmental scan to specifically look for these important elements. There has to be some gophinium somewhere around here.
this controls one.
I don't really need any.
Come on, we need to have some laughs as well.
What a strange part. A printer that can produce simple but interesting objects of the same type. This is apparently a 3D puzzle. It could be a skeleton of a strange turtle.
Yeah, there's a famous puzzle in the Dig. See? Dig from 1995. Where you have to put together a skeleton to form a fossil and well, and I think it comes alive at some point and then just causes something else to happen, and it's yeah, the Dig is an interesting game. You should play it.
This is clearly the seal of a king of Lithuania. No question about it.
No idea, but this, the secret of Monkey
A
Island.
heavy idol to be formed from gold.
Yeah, we when we play the Secret of Monkey Island, at some point we horse around with idols to give to some native tribe of some persuasion. That is what that refers to, I'm fairly certain.
A workbench full of trash and signs of wear and tear. And of course, no workbench would be complete.
But I want the screws. Oh well. I'll just save the game here. This seems to be the point where we can go back and forth.
I can't just put these parts in like this. The 3D printer needs the metal to be homogeneous.
Okay. Right. Okay, well this is a little more complicated than I thought it would be for an easy solution.
440 grams of rainy metal.
Okay, so then we just need another 60 grams.
Okay, I found it in the computer. Maybe I can reuse the material. The metal has melted and turned into a block. The rusty saw blade of a chainsaw. So it's a saw change. These scales will help me when it comes to finding the correct mixing ratio. But first I need some Gaffinium.
Okay, that is kind of true. Oh yeah, by the way, you did see how the menu item said axis, right? Well, it's a funny thing about a German language. I thought it was just Swedish, but apparently, well, it would also be relevant for German. Our word for axis and axle are homonyms. We use axel for both. Well, given this translation goof, I'm going to assume the same holds true for German. Well, anyway, I will stick this in the printer and print our axle, and then spend the rest of the episode horsing around and trying to find other bits of metal to do it the other way. See, now I have that trophy. And from this playthrough I will, well, from this save game, then I will not be able to go back and
One of these parts is the axle mounting
do the other way.
for the rover.
So with our
It's the right
axes,
material, but not enough of it. We need at least 500 grams of rainy metal, but there are only in the printer.
okay. And here I thought I was going to be locked out of that. Okay, you know, either way, I think I will just save over this game here and actually go back and try to do it in the complicated way. So in the next episode I will continue from that other save file. So if you really don't want to watch this, just stop watching right now, skip ahead whenever it is you are watching these episodes.
$440 grams of rainy metal.
Let's read that again.
These scales will help me when it comes to finding the correct mixing ratio. But first I need some Gaffinium.
Okay. So maybe we need to do that first, I don't know. But that is why we are going to the drilling room again.
This room is the drilling station. The machine on the ceiling can utilize multiple attachments. It is currently equipped with a magnet beam which loosens parts from workers can climb. It looks like the room is mainly...
Oh, yeah, he did say it.
There is Gaffinium among the ore samples. Tessa, there are other materials mixed in, but there should be enough for the axle mounting. Would you like me to fly into this dark, obvious, menace?
One of these ore samples contains Gaffinium, which is exactly what we need for the axle mounting. But it's too big to carry. Plus, there are other elements mixed in. We have to somehow extract the Gaffinium.
Okay.
This sample is made of 60% Gaffinium, 15% iron, 12% copper, 3% silver, and 10% gold. This sample contains no...
Okay, so we need to do the thing on that one.
It's dissolving everything, except the Gaffinium. It's crumbling into chunks. I can take them with me. According to Core, the station was mining for Gaffinium. We're going to need it for the axle mounting.
Okay. So let's see what else we need to do. That actually looks a bit complicated.
Let's get those metals weighed. Okay, this rainy metal has a special composition. We'll just weigh the materials one after the other and then mix them.
A good and logical plan. Tessa, Derivations of 1 gram for a total amount of 50 grams is still within tolerance parameters, according to my calculations, but the printer might not accept any derivations larger than that as rainy metal.
I need more screws if I sound walk through correctly. Okay, so that's 21. 18. How do I even get these? Is what I would like to know. Oh, I think I did it incorrectly. Who would have thought?
First, weigh the required amount of a material, then weigh the other material and also put it aside. You can repeat this process as often as you like, or begin afresh for each material, until you are happy with the measurements. Finally, press the mix and derivations of 1 gram for a...
Yeah. Sorry, but I'm going to have to look this up. I really want to do this the proper way.
Some pliers. They look pretty sturdy. You can adjust the width on this.
Can we use the tools even?
Precision.
Let's try. No, not that one at least. Not the chainsaw. Not the wrench. And not the screwdriver. Where the hell am I going to get the stuff then? And I didn't mean to press that one, I meant to press this. Huh.
This is a peculiar combination. So, this room is made up of parts of a biology lab version 1.29 and 1.40, as well as a metal experimentation room version 4.01. It was conceptualized as a white room, but apparently they were not too strict when following the guidelines. Both devices are working again. It will not help the plants here in front due to the smashed window. However, the plants in the back incubator are thriving again in their biotope. The command center's Great Hall. It was built according to very old standard plans that have not changed for decades.
Can we use this old barrel for something?
Nothing helpful.
Guess not. Do you find anything interesting in here?
The outpost's main control room. The consoles on the left side are used for communication inside and outside of the station. Processes like drill depth, garbage incineration, and door locks are supervised on that platform over there. The devices on the right side are used to control air and water, and you can also access mission databases and authorizations. This whole room is connected to the incinerator's main energy supply.
That's
What do you mean?
the cables.
Yeah, but can I, like, use it to make stuff in the 3D printer? That's all I need to know right now.
A medical ward, IMC version 2.49, equipped with an operational assistance.
Right.
There's nothing important.
So can we take some old stuff and take it with us to 3D print just some random things? We can't. Can I do something in here though?
A workbench. And of course, no. Now I can burn things as I please. There's a manuscript. It's signed.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'll use you at the console. Maybe you have some screws loose? Loose screws? Well, here's hoping.
That looks like a hand. Every page describes a desolate place. Maybe here on this planet. And then some kind of fantasy story that fits that place. A city, battle, animals made of metal. Something like that.
She didn't say that first time around, did she?
There was nothing else in it.
Okay, no more for Anthony.
There was nothing else in it.
And we can't do anything more with Mark's thing. Huh. Well then. Notes, things, cranks.
The ceiling is divided into strange sections, but I can't see any lamps.
These are special storage containers. The workers in this room.
I want to find screws. Please help me do that. Ah, wait, maybe we can get some from here.
Outpost 1124 of the Intergalactic Mining Corporation. The station is made of various materials, for instance iron, steel, and titanium. I cannot detect any major life forms.
Steel is iron and coal, right?
This is a part of the scrap that was blocking the hole. Lots of pieces of metal. I don't see why I should carry around all that heavy stuff.
You need much old, you silly person. Oh. It's radio tower. Anything else in here?
This hallway leads to the workers' quarters, and this is the commander's. If you wanted to, you.
We have more important.
At least I can turn off.
Thank you.
A commander's living quarter, version 2.
Let's see what else I can find. Looks like part missing. A small bed, freshly made. Finn must have been sleeping here.
Okay, I think I am ready to throw in the towel, so to speak, on this little project. Why do you have a manuscript there, actually?
Some sort of manuscript. It's titled No Progress Without Obstacles. It's about an IMC employee called Nolan. I remember Tony liked to test read stuff for colleagues. Essays, papers, entire books. But there's no name on the manuscript.
Yeah. Okay, let's just... wait, we had 430 grams, that means 70 for the alloy. Okay, so I'm going to load that other save file. I think I'll keep this around for, you know, rainy days or something. It's that file, right? And I can just try to figure out what I needed to do to get to the right grammage. Let's see, do I have the ore pieces? I don't. Okay, so I need to do that, and then I have this, and yeah. Okay. Stay tuned for next episode, and yeah, hopefully I'll figure the weights out eventually.